Solomon!
Greetings YouTube, welcome to Zero AD Newbie Rush. I'm Jim Kogan and we have 4v4 action coming up. Really good game. It's going to be good, it's going to be fun, but it seems a little bit inappropriate just to rip straight into what is a piece of entertainment without... I don't want to get geopolitical on this channel. This is not what I do. I've got my own opinions on it, but as everybody is aware, there is a pretty horrendous situation going on in Ukraine at the moment, and there are never any winners in war, and there have already been a lot of losers, and it's just an absolutely horrendous situation that is unfolding. And it's a bit hard just to sort of get on with the things you normally do and create a bit of entertainment and stuff, and act like it isn't happening when it clearly is. So I don't want to make any statements on the rights or the wrongs of it. I think we all have made up our own minds, and I think, like the majority of people, really, we would all be happier if some kind of sense prevails and it would stop. But I have to say, it doesn't look like it's going to anytime soon, and it's either going to be very much a long-term tragedy, or if enough people get involved, it could be a very short-term catastrophe for everybody. So it's hard to see how any positive thing could come out of it. So I just wanted to say, my thoughts are with all the people who are suffering right now, and fingers crossed. All we can really do is hope that things get better, even though it doesn't look like it might, which is a bit sad. There you go. We're living through a moment in history that we'll all probably, it'll have aftershocks for many years going ahead. However it turns out, let us hope that it is not as bad as it looks like it could be at the moment. And like I said, my thoughts are with the people who are suffering right now. Okay, let's get into the game, shall we? Go. Right, it's 4v4. It is medium, mainland, Aegean, Anatolian, pop max 200. Let's go through our teams. In the north, we have Team 1 starting with, on the left-hand flank, as we're looking at it, in the red, Leopard 111. Haven't seen them in a little while. Rating of 1268, so on balance, apparently one of the weaker players in this game. Good friend of the channel, another fellow YouTuber. Looking forward to seeing how they do, especially against their opponent, who we'll come to in a minute. But let's go through the rest of Team 1. Another good friend of the channel, Weird Jokes, rating of 1903. Very good player. Not quite sure when this game took place. I think it might have been December or early January. So Weird Jokes has been in the 1900s for a while. Very solid player, playing as Persians today. Who was Leopard? Leopard was Spartans. So Spartans, Persians with Weird Jokes. Moving along. In the yellow, playing as the Ptolemies. Now, is that Al or Ale? I'm going to go with Ale 1337. Or Ale or Allah. I'm not sure. I may interchange. Rating of 1486. Never seen them play before. In that sort of central pocket area, just to the right of Weird Jokes. And they will probably be looking to expand with or support, if needed, the final player on Team 1 here in the pink or fuchsia. Now, I don't quite know how to say this. I can get the Huskar bit and the Anarchy bit, and there's an L in the middle. Is it an I or an L? I'm going to go with Huskar Anarchy because it's going to be easier to say it. Rating of 1474. Morians, don't know anything about them either, on an interesting flank, and they've got an interesting direct opponent as well. Let's have a look at Team 2, starting with, on this left-hand flank as we're looking at it, Board Rusher. One of my favourite players from back in the day, who I hadn't seen in ages. They have previously made a few contributions to 0 AD Newbie Rush. Great to see them playing again. Rating of 1803. Looks like they've lost none of their previous ability. We're seeing somebody go wandering here. Is that scouting with a skirmisher? That is not going anywhere near Board Rusher's territory. Is Board Rusher planning a rush? Doesn't look like it, so not quite living up to his name. Playing as the Romans. Don't know if that was a random draw, but Board Rusher, assuming it isn't somebody spoofing or smurfing in an account, this is the real Board Rusher, then I'm expecting them to give Leopard a difficult time. I look forward to seeing how that goes down. Over here, in the green, we have Noob. I won't overpronounce the 3 O's. Noob rating of 1397. So yeah, a rating that's sort of, I don't know, 1300 players you wouldn't necessarily say are noobs unless they got a few lucky results. And basically have got a slightly inflated rating, higher than my rating, I would have to say. So I don't think noob is that noob. We'll see how they do. Iberians got the walls in the pocket type area, so I prefer to have the walls on the flanks, me personally. But we'll see how Noob gets on there in the green. Let's move along. Another Iberians player in the purple, Simone Luxembourg. Seen them a few times. I'm hearing deaths. Who's being killed? Somebody's attacking our final player on the side here. I think this is a raid. Yeah, we'll have to have a look at that very quickly. It's still going on. But this is Simone Luxembourg. No rating Iberians, but we know they're a reasonable player. And it looks like Husker Anarchy has tried a bit of a rush on our final player here in the blue Havran, rating of 1735. And we can still see, I know that's Simone Luxembourg who's coming to support them there. And this was the attack, so no losses, but I'm assuming it might have been just the one cavalry person went in and got 3 victims against Havran. Now, Havran's playing as the Ptolemies, and there was something called the Curse of Havran. Havran, very good player, but up until one episode, they lost every time I ended up featuring them on Newbie Rush, apart from one game, and that's where all the killing was. There's three women got dispensed in there. So the Curse of Havran was a thing, but it was spectacularly broken. Havran was on the winning side, and but then the following match I covered them, they lost again. So it will be interesting to see whether this prolongs the Curse of Havran or whether this is another turning over of a new leaf. It's not fair when you do these curse things. It all depends. You know, these players play loads and loads of games. They win some, they lose some. But I don't have control about what gets sent into me. And if it just so happens that people submit games where a player tends to lose more often than not, you know, you've got to make these little assumptions, little curses and stuff. I think it's Fapri is one of the players that I've covered a few times, who is also a very good player, who I don't think I've ever seen on the winning side, despite some pretty brilliant individual performances. So we don't see Fapri very often on this channel, but we do see Havran now and again. Let us see if Havran can break this mythical curse. It's not looking good because I'm seeing a big attack here. So this is a joint attack with Cav, but again, Husker Anarchy, and it's being followed up by Ala 1337. And has Havran been caught cold? Still only got women down here. Not only that, a lot of soft targets over here in Simone Luxembourg's territory. Where did they're all going in? This is going to be a slaughter. Nobody's getting out of there alive. It's horrendous. They're making for the houses, but they've all been wiped out. All 9, and they've found these as well. So casualties are plenty. 9 kills inflicted by Husker Anarchy and 2 by Ala 1337. A bit more reinforcements now. They're going to have to pull out of there because there's lots of cav coming in. Simone Luxembourg has got 7 cavalry units. Starting to lose a few now. Yeah, that's 2 of Husker Anarchies that have gone down. Still giving chase, are they? Yeah, Simone Luxembourg giving chase with 7 cav units. Oh, but they've turned tails, and this could turn around very quickly. No, they got a few more, so these are good cav units being well marshalled. And they're chasing them all the way back to Husker Anarchy's territory. I apologise in advance if you get a couple of cuts in the video. I've suddenly got the sneezes, so I've probably just edited one out there where I sneezed. Any other jumps? You know what happens whenever you see if you see like a frame drop out, and you lose a few seconds. That's usually me either coughing, burping, or sneezing, and I've recorded it and edited it out. So you'll have one of those. Hopefully there won't be too many. Right, let's have a look. Look at this, I remembered to put the unit silhouettes on again. That's two episodes running as well. That's become a bit of a trope on the show. Who is winning then? Let's have a look. In terms of populations at the moment, Weird Jokes, as you would possibly expect with his experience and the ability to grow population fast, is quite clearly ahead. Board Rusher and Noob are in second, although Weird Jokes has got far and away more infantry. Board Rusher's doing... No, actually, Board Rusher has now moved into the lead and has got more infantry, so I'd love to see a Board Rusher versus Weird Jokes type confrontation in this game. Likewise, I'm very interested to see if Havran can get to the later stages without having been weakened, although it's not looking good. There's more cav on the way. Looks like the idea here is to try and keep Havran down. He's obviously been identified as a strong point on this side. Husker Anarchy is sacrificing his own population numbers in favour of getting this cav out. It's Leopard who's fallen behind a bit here in the overall stakes. It's not looking good for Leopard. It hasn't lost anybody to any kind of combat, but he's seriously lagging behind a bit, as is Simone Luxembourg. I don't know whether that's all down to the amount of cav they're raising, and they're sending a lot of cav forward to try and head this off. I think we're going to see mini cav battles. They're all hunting. Husker Anarchy is coming in on these the woodcutters here, and they're having to retreat. Havran a little slow to react, although and there's more coming in from Ala 1337 again. It's another 5 camel archers as well, but a lot of infantry here for Havran. They should be able to see this off, although it's divide and conquer. It's losing time. Havran not doing too badly in terms of population. You think, yeah, Husker Anarchy is getting kills, as is Ala 1337. Only 2 3s there, 1337, and they're all pulling out a bit. It's distraction, and oh, look at this, we've got confrontation over here. Some of Simone Luxembourg's cav have individually ended up running into these guys, so it's all about raiding. It's all about keeping... Oh, they haven't finished building that tower yet. Yeah, now they have. They haven't garrisoned it. Still haven't garrisoned it, and they're all taking fire at the moment. So, not brilliant, although I think Havran's got the right troops to deal with the horses, although they're being slaughtered. 18 kills for Husker Anarchy, 8 for Ala 1337. Havran's only got the 1 kill. Simone Luxembourg's got 5 kills. They're following them into that dangerous territory again. Few players phasing up now. We've seen Leopard has already phased up, despite he's not bringing up the rear anymore. Simone Luxembourg's still bringing up the rear in terms of population. He's made it to phase 2. Noob is in the process. Board Rusher is in the process. Weird Jokes in the process. Popcapped briefly there at 150. Still Board Rusher, who's running away with it population-wise. Havran is now phasing up, and only Simone Luxembourg and Ala and Husker Anarchy are falling behind in terms of phasing up. Havran's going to get there real soon. He's been hassled all the way through. Populations at the moment, we're seeing Board Rusher still, closely followed by Weird Jokes, then a gap, and then it's Havran and Noob. Noob we've not looked at all. Has had the quietest of openings here. It's got to phase 2, got its population up, it's got a decent level of infantry, but not seen any kind of action. Is this hassle still going on? Looks like we've got a quiet point over here now. We are 10 minutes in. Simone Luxembourg really needs to get a move on. I know they went in quite heavily for Cav, but all the same, it's Iberians. We've got other Iberian players. Noob has got 50 more population in that time. There was an attack, but yeah, not quite sure. And I don't know why. I know they've been trying to hassle Havran the whole way. It's a joint effort. But are the two of them going to be weak when Havran gets to where he wants to be? But this board rusher has pushed the button on going to phase 3 immediately. So he is 40 seconds away from it. Oh, we're hearing deaths. Where was that? That sounded quite brutal. I don't know if that was a euthanizing. I think it might have been. Who's that over there? That is Board Rusher sending a lone cav unit in. I think they've been spotted by these guys, so you don't want to send them back there. That's an insta death. Board Rusher about to lose his first unit, I think. Although he seems to have chased them off. That must be a Wellard cav unit. And the hassle of Havran still going on over here. It's done quite well, but you'd have to ask yourself the question about the position that Husker Anarchy is in. Is he able to defend? Board Rusher has almost reached phase 3. Everybody else in phase 2, apart from Husker Anarchy, who's now coming under a bit of flack from Havran. Havran having to retreat a little. It's going to lose some troops, but certainly taking it out on Husker Anarchy, and a proper fight going on here. Looking over the other side, Board Rusher has, obviously his borders are pushed right up against Leopard over there. Weird Jokes is going to phase 3, so that is to be expected. He's hit that pop max. Looks like he's managed to boost his population. He's taking advantage of the higher population limits that you can get for this civ. So he's got a potential population of 220, so he will have numerical supremacy when the fighting properly starts. How's it all gone over here? It looks like Havran has filed back. Simone Luxembourg still hunting in the middle, is it? Or is there still... No, it's still hunting. And the battle line's well and truly drawn. I think that surely will be the end of... Husker's attempt. He's got to get out of phase 1 or he's going to get slaughtered now. So Board Rusher in phase 3. Allah is on his way there. Weird Jokes is literally about to get there shortly. Populations, we're now hitting those pop max. It's still Weird Jokes, and it will be because he's got more capacity than anyone else. Board Rusher 191. Noob's got 186. And it's hard to say who is in the lead. I'd have to be fancying Team 2 at the moment. There's more rushing from Husker Anarchy comes in. He's not showing any signs of getting to phase 3 as Allah and Leopard are. Maybe the idea is that Husker Anarchy is just the distractions, just the person that constantly hassles Havran. Havran has dropped a little bit behind compared to his teammates. Though Simone Luxembourg still far and away the lowest population, lowest infantry. Well, no, Husker Anarchy's got the lowest infantry. He has got 12 cav units. But yeah, we're hearing deaths up here. This is that hassle from Husker Anarchy's coming in and wiping out this cav of Simone Luxembourg. Nobody going for an expansion. Not seeing Board Rusher. What is Board Rusher doing? Is he gonna showing no signs of wanting to knock Leopard over? Maybe he doesn't want to incur the wrath of Weird Jokes. It's about the time that we start look at who is. We have the expansion there. Allah has gone for an expansion. It's a military colony right on this border. And finally, Husker Anarchy is going up to phase 2. Havran surely is going to come knocking soon, and that's not going to be good, as a large contingent of infantry come down to try and build this and make a reinforcement. Havran's going to phase 3, so only Simone Luxembourg and Husker Anarchy haven't phased up yet. Seeing some troop movement there from Weird Jokes. It's some cav. What have we got there? It's light medium cav. Let's have a look at who has armed themselves up. Weird Jokes, as you would expect, is quite well armed. Board Rusher has also got a lot of the upgrades. We're looking for where confrontation is going to be. There's a lot of focus over this end. We're seeing movement from Board Rusher now. Look at this. Rams going in, infantry coming from the sides to support. Leopard is going to be in trouble. I think this fortress is going to go up, but it's going to start being knocked down almost immediately. In come the Rams. Over this side, it's a double-edged thing. There's attack from this flank. These are ranged troops and a few spear and pikemen. This side, the heavy stuff is coming in, and there's lots of them. So this is not looking good for Leopard. What's going on over to the side as we watch this? I can see that expansion of ALA 1337 has happened. You can see the circle in the middle of that will be new military colony. Board Rushers throwing everything at this, predictably. Here comes Weird Jokes to try and stem the flow into Leopard's territory. Leopard seems to have fought this off reasonably well. 32 kills for 32 losses. Board Rusher slightly in deficit and seeing reinforcements. I think Board Rusher's attack has, you've got to say, that's officially failed. The Rams didn't get anywhere. That's been quite well fielded by Team 1. Considering, and we're also seeing on the other, we've got heroes and everything, so I think Weird Jokes and Leopard have got this. Board Rushers on the run. Over this side, we're seeing expansion fortresses, lots more troops arriving. Havran potentially has a problem here. He's got an extra military colony, extra fortress going up, but they're already moving into Havran's territory, trying to deny that fortress, fighting in the shadow of an ungarrisoned tower. On the other side, Weird Jokes has pushed right into Board Rush's territory. And Noob is sending his army up, so we're seeing massive action on the flanks. Noob's army are quite strong too, although Board Rusher and Weird Jokes have got most of the upgrades between them. Leopard continues to be a presence there. Over to the other side, Havran seems to be getting the drop on this, although he is massively in deficit to kill-death ratio. He is near pot max. 30 kills for the loss of nearly 60, so he's almost at a 0.5 kill-death ratio, but has not conceded any territory to this attack. But there are Rams now coming in from ALA 1337. Still, Husker Anarchy has not gone up to phase 3. Over here, big ass battle. We got Weird Jokes, Board Rusher, Noob, and Leopard all fighting for control right inside Board Rusher's territory. Who is winning as things slow down a little bit because of the population numbers? It's the dreaded lag and, you know, the little bit of stop motion. That is a bolt shooter that's been deployed by Board Rusher to support this, and it looks like they finally repelled this little bit of a forward attack by Leopard and Weird Jokes. They're having to fall back and they're now being chased. Over the other side, there's also stuff going. They're going in here. How far will they get? They're going to try and capture this. They're going to try and capture. Yeah, they were briefly. To try to shoot up the siege workshop. Leopard has to retreat now. He becomes the one that needs to defend, but he is being helped by Weird Jokes. Has Weird Jokes got anything else to send in? He's got a war elephant. Still, the fighting continues. It's now Noob's turn to try and charge. Don't know how far they'll get. Noob has 52 kills for the loss of 49. Board Rusher 161 kills for a loss of 136. Leopard 101 kills for the loss of 122 and has just lost his siege workshop. Weird Jokes 86 kills for the loss of 94. So not an atypical Weird Jokes performance involving lots and lots of gratuitous murder. They are having to play a little more conservatively, and as such are not getting the spectacular results, but against the caliber of player that they're up against, you can understand why. On the other flank, there's I'm hearing rams. That's rams from Havran going in. I'm hearing catapults. Yeah, so Havran's got catapults and a ram going out and a hero attacking this ram here, trying to stop that fortress from going up. More forces coming. This is Allah coming in. They've had to retreat a bit. The catapults are not firing at the target there. In comes Simone Luxembourg to try and supplement this. So they're going to trap Allah's force, which is shrinking a little bit. If they go in now, yeah, they go in. Simone Luxembourg's Iberians. What kind of cav has he got in there? He's got cavalry spearmen. No fancy cav. And catapults are landing now, as you can see from the little explosions. Rams coming in. It's all a bit crazy over this side. Allah's gone after Simone Luxembourg. And all the way up here, yeah, this is Havran's infantry, and they are trying to pin down Allah in his own territory. So it's had to retreat to the fortress and the military colony. Now they're moving to safety, but there's still an infantry, a huge infantry, and 2 rams going in on Havran CC. Havran has got a military colony here, so that would not give away too much. The women run to safety, but I think this base could be going down. It's almost destroyed. It's down to 700, under 400 health. 2 or 3 more hits and that base is gone. They're going for a capture. No, they're taking it down. So Havran has lost his main CC, but he has got military colony over here. He's still not in a bad position, still able to make stuff, but he does have a problem with Allah's infantry. It's a good swift attack. I'm assuming these rams have been quite heavily upgraded. Getting a bit damaged now. Noob's got a huge concentration of players over here of his units. Board Rusher has got catapults lined up. They're starting to pummel Leopard over there. Weird Jokes seemingly focusing on other things at the moment. He's got a couple of elephants there. 3 elephants there, rather. So there is some offensive capabilities there, but no infantry. At the moment, Havran has pushed back again. The catapult's still covering this area. There goes the fortress. More rams and elephants coming in now, and this is quite a good offensive from Havran here. He is certainly a good counter attack. Still, Husker Alaki is not in phase 3, so he's not really an effective fighting force in all this. What are the elephants that he's produced there? So they're elephant archers. Oh, those things are useless. I've never seen anybody do anything remotely useful with elephant archers. I think Havran's probably retreating because he isn't aware they're just archers at this point. I don't know. There are rams, there are infantry around. Simone Luxembourg gets stuck in a little bit over there. Now we're seeing Leopard come in now. He's going to start massacring Board Rusher on this flank. Board Rusher is pummeling Leopard's base in the middle, and that, yeah, they've just taken down some infrastructure buildings here. They've stopped firing for now, but there is a little skirmish over this side. Board Rushers had to pull back a little, and they are destroying the infrastructure over this side. They've got a ram. Board Rusher could do with more numbers over this side. The big army over here is the big green blob. Being joined by Cav is Noob. Over this side, again, still stalemate. But it looks like Havran's lost his catapults. They've both been destroyed. There's another one now, and this is bad news for Havran. This is his, well, currently I think he hasn't rebuilt a CC, has he? So he hasn't got another one there. He could be about to lose his second CC. The rams are coming in, and there's nothing really there attacking the back. It's over half destroyed. They're well supported. There are other rams there. Havran is in major trouble. Fallen to the bottom of the population stakes and being dismantled at the moment. There it goes. So Havran is in the crap. So good teamwork there between, it's mostly Ala 1337, but quite a good cameo from Husker Anarchy. The archers, the elephant archers, appear to have been useful in this instance. Who'd have thought it? And now Havran's territory being shrunk down, not really getting the support from Simone Luxembourg that he needs at this point. And Havran in all kinds of trouble. On the other side, Weird Jokes has gotten involved again. He is trying to take down Board Rusher and Noob's army. Noob is in deficit kill death ratio wise. Board Rusher is positive. Leopard's still negative in terms of those kill death ratio numbers. Weird Jokes has killed 156 now, so whenever he's popped up, he's been quite useful. Havran's falling on this side. Board Rusher is struggling on this side, despite being well supported by Noob. I don't know how this is going to go.
Yeah,
we are 21 minutes and 55 in. Looks like the bolt shooters there getting rid of everybody at the moment. They can only fight in the danger zone for so long. They're falling back again. What's this? We got one lone ram in there. That's going to get taken care of very, very fast. Bolt shooters, catapults, and it's quite a solid run for... Oh, got a capture and a destroy. So Board Rusher and Noob went in, captured Siege Workshop, destroyed it, have come in, and now everybody's fighting again right in the middle. Is this in the range of the catapults and the bolt shooters? Yeah, the catapults are firing. So this can only help Board Rusher and Noob at the moment. You can see them landing, and that will be weakening the troops in there. Over the other side, it's looking bad for Havran. Havran down to a population of 92. It's now looking really bad for Simone Luxembourg. Simone Luxembourg can't defend their lines. There's a lot of troops coming in. It's been a really good performance by Ala 1337. Player I've never seen before. No idea if that is a fake account and it's actually somebody else, but they're playing a blinder today. I don't think they've put a foot wrong, to be honest. 292 kills for the loss of 197. And wherever they've gone, I know they did get a little bit kicked out of that area by Havran. But Havran could not hold them. He could not hold them out. Havran... Where has Havran got a base anyway? Yeah, Havran's got a military colony down here, is having to put up resistance. And it's Husker Anarchy that's giving them trouble now. But the main emphasis is over here. But look at this. Board Rusher and Noob have pressed on. They've taken the fight back to Weird Jokes while still marauding through Leopard's base. So Leopard suddenly looking quite weak now. Population of 75. Havran population of 95. So they haven't... it was looking very good for Weird Jokes and Leopard on this side of the map just now. Now it's not looking quite so good. A Weird Jokes decides to get serious and throw the kitchen sink at this. Look at everything he's chucked in on this. Without the kind of artillery support of the bolt shooters and the catapults, I think Weird Jokes is going to start kicking some serious ass here. What units has he got in place there? So he's still got a War Elephant. He's got heavy cavalry lancers, light cavalry. He's got Persian Immortals. And he's got Lydian auxiliaries in there as well, a lot of them. So just the sheer weight of numbers, he's pushed Board Rusher and Noob right down. They're going to have to get out of there because Weird Jokes is going to be the unstoppable force there. And as we carry on, Alice got a little bit bogged down attacking Simone Luxembourg's territory. He has got siege rolling in. How's Havran doing over this side? Havran population still 87, so it's holding sway, but being pummeled by the elephant archers. They are getting taken down gradually. Havran coming to the rescue a little bit. So Havran seems to be quite a good player when he's playing defensively. There are rams coming in now. He's going to have to play defensively now, Havran, to save his teammate, who is in serious trouble. Weird Jokes has pushed on through. He's got elephants, he's got chariots, he's got all kinds of stuff. And Noob and Board Russia are in a bit of trouble. Board Russia especially, population down to 91. It's taken the pressure off Leopard, who can rebuild now. His population fell down to the low 80s. But Board Russia in serious trouble now. And over this side, the Rams are at the city walls. All they need to do is press through, and that's a free run at the CC. And there's nothing that is going to stop them. They are taking out these strategic targets first of all. How's Havran doing? Havran down to, well, he's up to rather, population of 98. And Husker Anarchy is being pushed back. So Havran is gradually re-expanding and is getting this territory back. And I don't think Husker Anarchy can stop this. It looks like Allah's decided to abandon hassling Simone Luxembourg and is going to try and kill Havran once and for all. So this is Execution Judgment Day. Here we go. The big fight is happening, and I don't think Havran has the numbers to fight this off. I think these guys are too strong. Over on the other flank, Weird Jokes has got all the way back to Board Russia CC. It's getting smashed to bits. The elephants are in it, and it's coming down. It's just hanging on there. Health of 43. Anybody lands a blow on that and it's down. Surely. How is that still standing? I can't understand how it's still there. Board Russia fighting for his life. Population down to 35. They're not attacking the CC. Maybe the plan is to capture it. No further attacks coming in on it, but Board Russia down to a population of 17, smashed up, and they're going to capture. No, they just decide to either Board Russia took it down. Board Russia, I think, is finished in this game. Havran looks finished. Whoa, massive destruction. I think that is Board Russia throwing his toys out of the pram before throwing in the towel there. I don't think he's got anything to work with. Yeah, he's been defeated. So he is dead. So that is a critical blow for Team 2. Perhaps their most aggressive player. Been outdone there, and now Weird Jokes can get stuck into Noob, who is weakened. Havran has resigned, and the end is coming. Simone Luxembourg did nothing in that game, really. He's still playing, and so is Noob. And it's just a question of when they capitulate. Should we speed this up? Because we know this is going nowhere, don't we? This is not a winning position for Team 2. Let's put it on a higher speed. Let's go to insane speed and see how long it goes on for. I think there's about another 4 minutes of this, but very comprehensive victory. And it was Weird Jokes who came charging through Board Russia's territory. Maybe Board Russia expanded too quick. Difficult to say. Murder is going on there. Noob, I thought, gave a good account of himself, and maybe it just didn't work out with him and Board Russia working together. I thought early on they were playing really, really well. Allah now making the big push for it. It's a question of who's going to resign first. Noob down to a population of 55. Huge resign at this point. They're going to be almost through the walls. They are. Here come the elephants, and that is almost inevitable defeat. They're coming out and killing the elephants as they turn up. Still there. I think they might have it now. barely made a dent in that CC. There's nobody else in it. Population of 19. Noob is done. Simone Luxembourg resigns as the walls came down, and it's Noob all on their own. Let's spool it on. In they all come. Is he gonna get... Is he going out on his shield? He's got a population of 22. He's still trying to make stuff. Now down to 16. The end is coming. He's got it up to 24. It looks like Leopard's going to be unable to strike the final blow. Are they going for a capture or a destroy? Yeah, they're just chipping away at this building, and they're waiting for an elephant to pile in. Just need to get rid of these 21. There's still a few. Yeah. With 29 minutes 48, and there goes Noob. So he does concede defeat eventually. Good game. Really enjoyed that one. Let's have a look at how things broke down. Just waiting for the summary to load. So 58,006 plays 44,479. So yeah, it looks like it was a fairly clear victory for Team 1. There were to and fro to it. I think maybe that hassling of Hafran on the right-hand side by Husker Anarchy, and then laterally by Ala 1337. That worked out really, really well. Weird Jokes' fight back supported Leopard really well when Board Rusher and Noob were pushing down. Really, they should have, I think, splattered Leopard as quick as possible. They kept getting bogged down with Weird Jokes, who is so good at producing huge amounts of dangerous infantry, and it came to Leopard's rescue and mopped up whatever resistance the Board Rusher and Noob threw at it. Maybe it was a question that Noob and Board Rusher should have not pressed into Weird Jokes' territory, tried to consolidate. Hard to say. They never really attacked with enough siege to get Leopard out of there. Weird Jokes seems to, as usual, have the right units at the right times. Let's have a look at the individual scores. Clearly, 22,756, especially that last counter attack. Very, very good from Weird Jokes. Let's have a look at the kill death ratios. Again, almost a clean sweep. Husker Anarchy, Ala 1337 and Weird Jokes all finished with positive kill death ratios. Havran's the nearest thing to it. I suspect Board Rusher would have been before that last bit of battling. And let's have a look at killed overall. 700 kills for Weird Jokes. And yeah, everybody else was in the 150, well, around 200 to... Yeah, Ala got 400. Which was a good support. They definitely killed a lot more. They killed over 600 more troops. So Team 1 once again were better at killing people. Basically, they were the more efficient killing machine. Now, I've been told from a previous game that people do like to see the populations and how they fluctuate. I always find the information presented when there's 8 players as a little bit anarchic. I really struggle with it, but you can see just how fast Board Rusher and Weird Jokes boosted their populations. Weird Jokes' population never really faltered. He did have that dip when he was fighting with Board Rusher, but and you could see that dip for Leopard. He came quite close to getting knocked out there. Other fluctuations were the fight to the bottom. Now, this is going to be controversial, although you would probably expect me to give this to Weird Jokes because of his exploits. I'm actually going to give it to Ala 1337. I'm always giving Weird Jokes player of the match when I know he clearly was a decisive factor on the left-hand side, but I was really, really impressed with the way that Ala supported Husker Anarchy to keep Havran under the cosh a bit. And it was Ala 1337 that knocked Havran over with a little bit of support from Husker Anarchy. Did not get support Havran from Simone Luxembourg. Simone Luxembourg never really in that game. Didn't seem to get going at all. It can go like that for you sometimes. Sometimes your eco just doesn't work, and no matter what you do, you just get waylaid and sidetracked, and it doesn't work. And that was the kind of game that Simone Luxembourg had today. So yeah, I would say Allo 1337 for basically masterminding that attack on this this right hand flank. I'm going to give it to them just for a bit of variation, because I think we all know that Weird Jokes was a decisive factor in that. But it's quite nice to give it to another player who shines. It was a good performance from Allo 1337. Had to win that flank, and they did. And they were up against, you know, somebody much higher than them in Havran. And they did the business. Both them and Husker Anarchy did the business against Havran. Poor Havran. The curse of Havran continues. Never mind. Big thanks to Leopard111 for submitting that game. Another, like I said, a YouTuber, good friend of the channel. Do check out Leopard111's videos. He's got some very good streams on his channel. Good friend of the channel, and massive thanks to Leopard for submitting that video. Sorry it took me so long to actually get to broadcast. I've had backlogs and delays on everything. Right. Well, that's all we have time for this week. I hope you enjoyed that game. It was good fun. Congratulations to Team 1. Congratulations to Leopard. Well played, Ala and Weird Jokes. Really, really good performance. Commiserations to Team 2. Although I'm glad Board Rusher appears to be playing again. I do enjoy watching Board Rusher play. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now, take care. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to support the channel, please do drop a like on the video, subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. Remember, you can now download the replay files for the 0AD matches that I cover if you want to view them yourself within the game via the 0AD Newbie Rush replay archive. Links to that and a whole bunch of other great 0AD related stuff are available in the video description, including how to submit your own game replays for inclusion in a future episode. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.